Hi everybody, we still have lots of beautiful container options available, but if you're ever walking through our greenhouse and you see all of the beautiful 4.5 inch, you might be thinking, maybe I want to make my own container with some of my favorites. So today I'm going to show you how we do it. We do two different variations of container, one with a center and some main and hanging plants around it, and then we do some without a center. So we have an 18-inch pot, and I filled it basically to the brim with our Lambert potting mix, and I'm going to go ahead and start planting. So like I said, this demonstration is of a container without a center, and I chose my plants accordingly. Whenever you do this, you want to make sure you choose plants that have the same preferences. All of the plants I have here are sun-loving. So I have 2 celosia, 2 angelonia, and 2 petunia. I know that the celosia grow a little bit more upright, so I'm going to place them slightly more towards the center on opposite sides of each other. Well, basically right next to each other, I guess. And then I have this angelonia, and it grows upright, but it tends to sprawl out a little bit. So I'm going to put it a little bit towards the center, but towards the edge, so just right in the middle in that sweet spot there. And since I have 2, they're going to go directly across from each other with their direction of growth pointing towards the edge of the pot. Put that yawn in there. Last step, I have these petunias, and they mound, but they also hang over the pot. So what I'll do is I'll put them basically right up against the edge with, again, the direction of growth facing outwards. And the best way to get them out of the pot, should have said this sooner, is tip them upside down, place your hand here for support, and squeeze. Okay, here's my petunia here, and here's my last petunia. Now we're not done yet. Although it's all put together, the very last step is to water it in, and you have to make sure it's fully saturated just to get those root balls wet and to get the soil around it wet. So the other example we have that I planted earlier as a demonstration is this one. These are all shade-loving plants, but as you can see here, this one has a tall center. It has 2 New Guinea impatiens as our main plants. They mound, so they kind of create like a little bush. And then I have these creeping Jenny Lismothia on the side as a nice hanging detail. Now it looks a little empty, but it will fill out. If you're getting late to the season and you just want your pots to fill up, to look full, you can put more than 5 plants in here, but just as we do at the beginning of the season with our 18-inch, I put 5 plants in here for now. So thank you for tuning into my demonstration. I hope that you can find your favorites and make your own pots and enjoy them all summer long.